Hello students, welcome to Vidya English classes. In the last video, we discussed about the socio-cultural background of Elizabethan age. That was or is also known as the golden period or Renaissance period of English literature. So in this video, we are going to discuss Christopher Marlowe and his writings. We will provide you some important facts and tips for his writings. So for the more videos, kindly subscribe our channel so that you would be notified for the every single video which we upload in our channel. So subscribe Vidya English classes. Not only subscribe it, please like it, share it, and do comment whatever you want to ask from us. Just go in the comment box and comment whatever you want to know. You can also join our online classes and get the whole material in very short and crisp way. So it becomes so easier to crack any exam with the help of our exams. For the study of Christopher Marlowe and his writing, our teacher Navneet ma'am is going to start with you people. All the best.
Let's talk about Christopher Marlowe. He was also known as Kit Marlowe, and he lived from 1564 to 1593. He was an English poet, playwright, and a translator in the Elizabethan era. He mostly wrote Elizabethan tragedies and was a big influence on William Shakespeare and his writings. And Marlowe used a lot of blank verse in his writings, and the protagonists in his plays were overarching. They were, such characters who would be out of life. You can't imagine such kind of characters. Okay. So he was, his major writings would include the Jew of Malta, the Edward II, the Massacre at Paris, Dr. Faustus, among many others. Let's talk about first Dido, the Queen of Carthage. And this work was a collaboration of Marlowe with Thomas Nash, another playwright in the era. It is an intense dramatic tale of Queen Dido and her fanatical lover Aeneas, his betrayal of her and her eventual suicide on his departure for Italy. The main source of the play is Virgil's Aeneid. It is acted by children of the chapel. Then next we can talk about Tamburlaine the Great. It is based on the Central Asian Emperor Timur. Marlowe depicts Timur as a Scythian shepherd who rose to the rank of an emperor. In the story, Tamburlaine burns the copy of Quran and claims to be greater than God, which is a chief characteristic of Renaissance humanism. The Jew of Malta, the famous tragedy of the rich Jew of Malta from 1589 to 90, is set in the backdrop of the struggle for supremacy between Spain and the Ottoman Empire that took place in the island of Malta. The play opens with characters Machiavel based on Machiavelli introducing the tragedy of a Jew. He expresses the power is immoral by saying, I count religion but a childish toy. Barbus begins the play in his counting house. The play is significant with discussions of anti-Semitism. Edward II is an history play which focuses on the relationship between King Edward II and Piers Gaveston and Edward's murderer on the orders of Roger Mortimer. The source of the play is Raphael Holinshed's Chronicle. The theme of the play is homosexuality. Apart from that, the tension between the church and the state also can be found. The Massacre of Paris, 1593, is a play which focuses on Saint Bartholomew's Day massacre at Paris in 1572. Dr. Faustus, also known as the Tragical History of the Life and Death of Dr. Faustus, is a play based on the German legend Faust. Performed by Admiral's men, it has two versions of 64 quarter and 16 quarter. The play is in blank verse and prose in 13 scenes, 1604, and 20 scenes for 1616 version. There is a chorus which functions as narrator. Chorus introduces the characters of Faustus, who earns the degree of a doctor at the University of Wittenberg. His tale is linked with the tale of Icarus, who flew too close to the sun and fell to his death. Faustus has studied every subject. He is interested in magic and necromancy. So he strikes a deal with Lucifer to be allotted 24 years to have Mephistopheles as his personal servant and the ability to use magic, or we can say black magic. Faustus comments that he has mastered every subject he has studied. Faustus instructs his servant Wagner to summon Valdes and Cornelius, a famous witchcrafter and a famous magician, respectively. Two angels called the good angel and the bad angel appear to Faustus and dispense their own perspective of the interest in magic and necromancy. That night Faustus begins his attempt to sermon the devil in the presence of Lucifer and other devils. Using Mephistopheles as a messenger, Faustus strikes a deal with Lucifer. He is to be allotted 24 years of life on earth, during which he will have Mephistopheles as his personal servant and the ability to use magic. However, at the end, he will give his body and soul over to Lucifer as payment and spend the rest of his life as one damned soul in hell. Faustus begins by asking Mephistopheles a series of science-related questions. Faustus then asks, "Who made the world?" a question which Mephistopheles refuses to answer. Mephistopheles knows that God made the world. Dr. Faustus does nothing worthwhile, having begun his pact with the attitude that he would be able to do anything. Instead, he merely uses his temporary power for practical jokes and frivolous demonstrations to the nobility. Finally, with his allotted 24 years, mostly expired, and realizing that he has given up his soul for no good reason. At the end, on the 11th hour, Mephistopheles comes to collect Faustus' soul, and Faustus is dragged off the stage to hell by Mephistopheles and other devils, even though Dr. Faustus tries to repent and beg for mercy from those devils. Faustus says himself at the end of the text, "What art thou, Faustus, but a man condemned to die?" Faustus introduces a well-known speech addressed to summon a shade of Helen of Troy. "Her lips suck forth my soul, see where it flies. Come, Helen, come, give me my soul again." Hero and Leander, a poem. It retells the Greek myth of Hero and Leander, young lovers living in cities on opposite sides of Hell's Point. It is completed by George Chapman. The poem may be called an epyllion, that is, a little epic concerned with love rather than traditional epic subjects. It was quoted in Shakespeare's play As You Like It. The passionate shepherd to his love poem, famous for its first line, "Come live with me and be my love." It's a pastoral poem composed in iambic tetrameter, that is 4 feet unstressed and stressed syllables. It was a subject to well-known reply by Walter Raleigh's The Nymph's Reply to the Shepherd. So with this we end with Christopher Marlowe. As you can see, there was a major conflict between the teachings of science and the teachings of religion, which you will mainly find in the authors, be it the poets or the playwrights of this particular age.
So these were some writings of Christopher Marlowe. We gave you very crisp notes and to the point notes so that you can get the crux of all the summaries of all the works of Christopher Marlowe. For more detailed notes or to get the complete notes of Master Cadre English, you can just text us or you can contact us. Send a text message or WhatsApp message on our contact number given in the description box. Thank you so much.